Don't sweat the technique. Don't sweat the technique. Let's trace the hits and check the file. Let's see who bit the dissect the style. I flip the script so they can't get filed. At least not now, it'll take a while. I change the pace to complete the beat. I drop the bass to MCs get weak. For every road they trace is a scar they keep. Cause when I speak, they freak to sweat the technique. I made my debut in '86 with a melody in the president's mix. And now I stay on target and refuse to miss. And I still make hits for beats. Parties, clubs, and cars and jeeps. My underground sound vibrates the streets. MCs wanna beef, then I play for keeps. When they sweat the technique. Don't sweat the technique. They wanna know how many bombs have I ripped and wrecked, but researchers never found all the pieces yet. Scientists try to solve the context. Philosophers are wondering what's next. Pieces took the lab to observe them. They couldn't absorb them, they didn't deserve them. My ideas are only for the audience ears. For my opponents it might take years. Pencils, pens, and swords. Letters put together from a key to cause. I'm also a sculpture, born with structure. Because of my culture, I'm a rhythm instructor. Technical style that'll be full of technology. Complete sights and new heights after I get deep. You don't have to speak, just see. And peep the technique.
Paranoid, DJs destroy. Yes, I came back to attack brothers and spike. Strike like lightning, it's quite frightening. But don't be afraid in the dark, in the bark. Not a scream or a cry or a bark, more like a spark. You tremble like an alcoholic, muscles tighten up. What's that lighten up? You see a sight, but suddenly you feel like you're in a horror flick. You grab your heart and wish for tomorrow quick. Music's a clue when I come, you're warned. Apocalypse now, when I'm done, you're gone. Haven't you ever heard of an MC murderer? This is a death penalty and I'm serving her. Death wish, so come on, step to this hysterical idea for a lyrical perfectionist. Friday the 13th, walking down Elm Street. You come in my realm, you get beat. This is off limits, so your visions are blurry. All you see is the meters of the volume pumping lyrics of fury. Yes, sir. A 405 freestyle. In the styles, never error files. They read I'm known to exile. For those that oppose to be level or next to this, I ain't a devil and this ain't the exorcist. Worse than a nightmare. You don't have to sleep or wink. The pains of migraine every time you think. Flashbacks interfere, you start to hear the R-A-K-I-M in your ear. Then the beat's hysterical. That makes Eric go get an ad from times to whack. Soon the lyrical format is superior. Faces of death are made. MCs decaying, but they never stayed. The scene of the crime every night at the show. The fiend of a rhyme on the mic that you know. There's only one capable, breaks the unbreakable melodies, unmakeable pattern, unescapable. I haunt if you want the style I possess. I bless the child, the earth, the gods, and bomb the rest. For those that envy a MC, it can be hazardous to your health, so be friendly. A matter of life and death, just like an etch. Just get shake to you clear, make it disappear. Make the next after the ceremony, let the rhyme rest in peace. If not, my soul will release. The scene is recreated, reincarnated, updated. I'm glad you made it. But you're about to see a disastrous sight. A performance never again performed on a mic. Lyrics of fury.
It's been a long time. I shouldn't have left you without a strong rhyme to step to. Think of how many weeks shows you slept through. Time's up. I'm sorry I kept you thinking of this. You keep repeating your miss. The rhyme from the microphone solo with. So you sit by the radio and on the dial soon. As you hear it, pump up the volume. Dance with the speaker till you hear it blow. Then plug in a headphone, cause here it go. It's a four-letter word when it's heard to control your body to dance. So dot text a tempo like a red alert. Reach your reflex and let it work. When this is playing, you can't get stuck with the steps. So to say, and I'ma still come up with a gift to be swift. Follow the leader, the rhyme will go deaf with the record that was mixed a long time ago. It could be done, but only I could do it. For those that can dance and clap your hands to it. I start to think, and then I sink into the paper like I was ink. When I'm writing, I'm trapped in between the line. I escape. When I finish the rhyme, I got soul.
Every night, now that's not kosher. I reminisce with bliss of when we was closer and wake up to be greeted by an argument again. You act like a 10, so immature. I try to concentrate on the cure and keep looking at the front door, thinking if I were to evacuate, you'd probably be straighter than straight and wouldn't have so much hate. Cause you don't know the pain I feel when I see you smiling, and when I roll up, you start wilding. So I front like everything's hunky-dory, but it's a whole different story. You don't like the fact that I'm me. I don't put on a show when it comes time for you to have company. And your friends don't understand your choice of man. They speak proper while my speech is from a garbage can. But regardless, you shouldn't have to be so raw. I'm looking at the front door. I'm looking at the front door.
I was raised like a Muslim, praying to the east. Nature of my life relates rhymes I release like a cannon. Cause I've been planning to be ramming what I wrote straight on a plate down your throat. So digest as I suggest, we take a good look at who's who while I'm reading from my good book. And let's dig into every nook and every cranny. Set your mind free as I slam these thoughts. And just like a jammy goes bow, you're gonna see what I'm saying now. You can't be sleeping, cause things are getting crazy. You better stop being lazy. There's many people fronting and many brothers dropping, all because of dumb things. Let me tell you something, I've been through so much that I'm such a maniac, but I still act out of faith that we can get the shit together, so I break on fools with no rhyme skills messing up the flow, and people with no sense who be moving much too slow. And so, you will know the meaning of the gangsta. Grew with the mic and Premier raised the anchor swiftly as we embark on a journey. I had to get an attorney. I needed someone to defend my position. Decisions I made, cause now it's time to get paid. And ladies, these rhymes are like the keys to a dope car, maybe a Lexus or a Jaguar. Still, all of that is just material. So won't you think the scenario and just imagine if each one is teaching one. We'll come together so that we become a strong force. Then we can stay on course, find your direction through introspection. And for my people out there, I got a question. Can we be the sole controllers of our fate? Now who's gonna take the weight?
Go, 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 go. And on the count of three, go, 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 go. And on the count of three, go, 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 go. On the count of three, everybody run back to your fantasy. Now, go, 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 go. And on the count of three, go, 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 go. And on the count of three, go, 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 go. And on the count of three, everybody run back to your fantasy. Now,
she was up bad, the type at the club niggas would grab her. Fantasize when I had her in the bathroom sweating with her ass up. The body of a dancer, we had chemistry cause she was a cancer. Thought forever it would last for, but forever move faster, so I had to. Still I got the pause when I think about her in them drawers. And ooh baby, she liked it raw and like rain when she came and poured. And like a car that I can't afford, I will want it, then want some more. The positions our frames explored let me know she was secure, back for more. I wanna
go, 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 go. And on the count of three, go, 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 go. And on the count of three, go, 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 go. On the count of three, everybody run back to your fantasy. Now, go, 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 go. And on the count of three, go, 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 go. And on the count of three, go, 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 go. And on the count of three, everybody run back to your fantasy. Now,
R-A-W, a terrorist. Here to bring trouble to phony MCs. I move on and seize. I just conquer and stop another rapper with ease. Cause I'm at my apex, another are below. Nothing but a milliliter. I'm a kilo, second to none. Making MCs run, so don't try to step to me. Cause I ain't the one. I believe rappers just like Tylenol, and they know it. So I don't see why you all try to front, perpetrating a stunt when you know that I smoke you up like a blunt. I'm genuine like Gucci, raw like sushi. The stage of rage is what rap is to me. To make me wanna create chaos and mayhem. Cold rock a party until the AM. I'll make a muscle, grab the mic and hustle. While you stand dazed and amazed, I'll bust a little rhyme with authority, superiority, and captivate the whole crowd's majority. The rhymes I use definitely amuse, better than Dynasty or Hill Street Blues. I'm short to score and door for four without a floor. Yeah, I get raw.
I reminisce for a spell, or shall I say think back 22 years ago to keep it on track. The birth of a child on the 8th of October. A toast, but my granddaddy came sober. Count all the fingers and the toes, now I suppose you hope the little black boy grows. 18 years younger than my mama, but I really got beaten cause the girl loved drama. In single parenthood, there I stood. By the time she was 21, had another one. This one's a girl, let's name her Pam. Same father as the first, but you don't give a damn. Irresponsible, plain not thinking. Papa said chill, but the brother keep winking. Still he won't down you or tear out your hide. On your side while the baby make a slide. But mama got wise to the game. The youngest of 5 kids, hun, here it is. After 10 years without no spouse, mama's getting married in the house. Listen, positive over negative for the woman a master. Mother Queen's rise in the chapter. Deja vu, tell you what I'm gonna do when they reminisce over you, my God.
Time to set it straight, you know what I'm saying? And there ain't no half stepping. Word, I'm ready.
Rappers stepping to me, they wanna get some, but I'm the Kane, so yo, you know the outcome. Another victory, they can't get with me. So pick a BC date, cause you're history. I'm the authentic poet to get lyrical. For you to beat me, it's gonna take a miracle. And stepping to me, yo, that's a wrong move. So what you on, Hobbs? Dope or dog food? Competition, I just devour. Like a pit bull against a chihuahua. Cause when it comes to being dope, hot damn, I got it good. Now let me tell you who I am. The B-I-G-D-A-D-D-Y-K-A-N-E. Dramatic, Asiatic, not like many. I'm different, so don't compare me to another. Cause they can't hang, word to the mother. At least not with the principal in this pedigree. So when I roll on your rappers, you better be ready to die because you're petty. You're just a butter knife, I'm a machete. This ain't by Gensu, wait until when you try to front so I can chop into your body. Just because you try to be basing, Friday the 13th, I'ma play Jason. No type of joke, that game, puzzle, or riddle. The name is Big Daddy, yes, big, not little, so combine it. Here's your walking papers, sign it, and take a walk as the Canes start to talk, cause I'm the Big Daddy.
But they got no show, so I'ma grab the mic, flip a script, believe it's done. Buckshot's the one that gets the job done. Mic check, I get paid to wreck the set. Get ready to check, cause I'm a threat to your fret. No host bar, incomplete move fakers. Best to play the back of what you know I might take her. If she's a trap, I'ma diss her then slide. If she try to rip, I got my Smith on my side. Word to God, here I come to make way. Rugged and rock, killing your set every day. Microphone check, 1, 2, here we go. And I'ma let you know who got the flow. Spitting my words like an automatic weapon. Suckers keep stepping, cause I'ma let you know.
Relax your mind, let your conscience be free and get down to the sounds of EPMD. But you should keep quiet while the MC rap. But if you tired, then go take a nap. Or stay awake and watch the show I take. Because right now, I'm about to shake and bake. The E-I-C-K is my name I spell. Thanks to the clientele, yo, I rock well. I'm not an MC who talking all that junk about who can beat who. Sound like a punk. I just get down and I go for mine. Say check 1, 2, and run down the line.
To the average MC, I'm known as the Terminator, funky beat maker, new jack exterminator, destroying employ when your rhymes are not void. Never sweating your girl, YP, cause she's a schizoid. When I'm on the scene, I always rock the spot. I grab the steel with the crown on top. In the beginning, I like to let my rhymes flow. And at 12, I press cruise control. Sit back and relax, let my rhymes tax. Maintain them C's while the doubly max. Always calm under pressure, no need to act ill. Listen when I tell you, boy, you got to share.
Kick it? Yes, you can. Can I 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 kick it? Yes, you can. Well, I'm gone. Can I kick it? To all the people who can quest like a tribe does. Before this, did you really know what live was? Comprehend to the track force, why? Cause getting mentions on the tip of the vibe buzz. Rock and roll to the beat of the funk fuzz. Wipe your feet really good on the rhythm rug. If you feel the urge to freak, do the jitterbug. Come and spread your arms if you really need a hug. Afrocentric living is a big shrug. A life filled with, that's what I love. A lower plateau is what we're above. If you diss us, we won't even think of. We'll nipper the dog and give a big shove. This rhythm really fits like a snug glove. Like a box of positives, it's a plus love. As the trial flies high like a dove.
Out. Since Norby Walters is our agency, right? True. Carol Lewis is our agent. Word up. Zakia and Fourth and Broadway is our record company. Indeed. Okay, so who we rolling with then? We rolling with Rush, our Rush Town Management. Check this out. Since we talking over this deaf beat right here that I put together, I want to hear some of them deaf rhymes. You know what I'm saying? And together, we can get paid in full.
thinking of a master plan. This ain't nothing but sweat inside my hands. So I dig into my pocket, all my money spent. So I get deeper, but still coming up for Lent. So I start my mission, leave my residence, thinking how could I get some dead presidents? I need money. I used to be a stick-up kid, so I think of all the devious things I did. I used to roll up, this is a hole up. Ain't nothing funny, stop smiling. We still don't nothing move but the money. But now I learn to earn cause I'm righteous. I feel great, so maybe I might just search for a 9 to 5. If I strive, then maybe I'll stay alive. So I walk up the street, whistling this, feeling out of place, cause man do I miss a pen and a paper, a stereo, a taper. Me and Eric being a nice big plate of fish, which is my favorite dish. But without no money, it's still a wish. Cause I don't like to dream about getting paid. So I dig into the books of the rhymes that I made. So now's a test to see if I got pulled. Hit the studio, cause I'm paid in full.
Akim, check this out. Yo, you go to your girl's house and I go to mine, cause my girl is definitely mad cause it took us too long to do this album.
Yo, I hear what you're saying, so let's just pump the music up and count our money.
Yo, but check this out. Yo, Eli, turn the bass down and just let the beat keep on rocking.
Yo, L and 10 killing them, 3 killing them. You thought we broke up and we was just reassembling. Ladies and gentlemen, you bear witness in the villa on some classic shit like Vans emblems. It's the Gorilla Pimps. We bustin' denim in the club that you can wear your denim in. Freaking the rhyme till every line ends with a then and then. You don't wanna romp, stomp in Timberlands. Shout to my nigga Kill Again and all of my peeps that rap more D than 12 M&Ms. Who let the dogs out and let Dilla in? Fuck with this, is your lost Gilligan. Sound similar, I'm not feeling them. Get the balls like Venus and Wimbledon. While I'm in them fly with 5 willing them. On some Kim and them, all about the Benjamins.
Still here, never left, just switch the style up. Came through, made moves, still get the crowd up. It's hard time, deep time, nigga, your time's up. Get right up for the reunion.
Good evening, folks. Welcome to episode 5 of Bassy Bob Presents Live. I am so thrilled today to have New Orleans' own Tank and the Bangas as our guest today. Our probably most auspicious guest to date, and also to be speaking to them at such an auspicious time in the history of our country. I think that there's been an enormous focus, a necessary focus on the unnecessary violence that has pervaded our country throughout the history of this country. I would like to choose to focus on love and compassion and joy. Those will be the buzzwords for today's show. And I don't think that anybody really evidences joy and love as much as Tank and the Bangas do. I was first introduced to them, or I first saw them 3 years ago at the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Festival. I was wandering the fairgrounds, and I came across what I can only describe as a musical tour de force that looked like it came out of Willy Wonka's candy factory. There were dancers and singers dressed in brightly colored outfits, and there was this extraordinary front person singing in multiple voices, multiple kinds of characters, and also dressed in an extraordinary fashion. To say the least, I was totally blown away by their performance. And about a month later, I was on my way to Los Angeles to start finishing the production and mixing for a record for Mickey Hart, the esteemed drummer of the Grateful Dead. And when I got to California and started working on the record, Mickey's manager said to me, you know, Mickey has all these instrumental songs, and he's really looking for a poet and a singer who could really carry some of these songs. You know, many of these songs were penned by the esteemed co-writer and poet of the Grateful Dead songs, Robert Hunter. And I immediately thought of Tank and didn't know how to get a hold of her, but within 24 hours, the manager had reached out to Tavia Osby, who was Tank and the Bangas manager. And the next thing I knew, Tank was on a plane on her way out to Mickey Hart's ranch, where we did end up collaborating on the first series of sessions. I did end up going down to New Orleans later and doing more collaboration at the Parlor Studio, and I have to say that Tank has left an indelible mark on my life. And probably one of the greatest things in my career happened when Tavia reached out to me in January and said that Tank and the Bangers were looking for a mix and some additional post-production on this famous Burt Bacharach song, What the World Needs Is Love. And we were working on this song a couple days before the Grammy Awards when Tank and company were on their way out to Los Angeles as nominees as Best New Artist for the 2020 Grammy. I think suffice to say, not only is this video and the song extraordinary, I can't tell you how many times I've cried listening to this song, and most recently how many times I've cried watching this video. It really is an extraordinary creative statement, and also is great evidence of what love and community looks like in New Orleans. And it models what love and community can look like for the rest of the world. And so with no further ado, I am delighted to welcome Tank and the Bangas to Bassy Bob Presents Live.
something that's special about it. I would say one thing that's special about the voice of the youth, of the children, out of them out of babes. You know.
To me, it was definitely, it was just the people overall. It was having those different voices, those different personalities that were able to tell the same story.
It's pretty cool. It wasn't even created so much with the times in mind, you know what I mean? And it just happened to be in a place where it could be released at the appropriate time. And I think that was a pretty cool part of it.
It was kind of magic that people, with how busy life is, and people made all this time to come out. You know, like that was a long studio day, and people took time to come out. It was so much fun.
And well organized. Oh my goodness, Josh was there. Kind of everybody that needed to be in place with
master conductor, right?
He was smiling so big. He thought he was Quincy Jones.
No, he was Quincy Jones. He was
Quincy Jones.
He was Quincy Kirk Franklin.
You know why? He was Quincy Jones Johnson. Because when they came to us to do it, I never thought, let's make this a big thing. Let's try to get everybody on it. It was actually Josh's idea to have everybody on it, and we just basically got our list together of some of the most brilliant people in New Orleans that we just thought would be honestly just perfect for this song. And as they came in, we literally went in a room alone and thought, well, she would be perfect for this part, and he would be perfect for this part, and got all the voices together for the perfect words and tone.
It was so great. Perfect.
Yeah, there were a lot of different colors in the performances on the verses. I mean, to me, it looked like sort of the We Are the World of New Orleans.
We are the New Orleans world. We are the New Orleans world. Yeah.
Hey, can you sort of talk about how you guys all sort of did you feel like this was kind of a moment where you all realized, oh my gosh, we're all making it, all these dreams that we had?
Oh Lord. I think I realized that honestly every time we create something, after it's done, you're in a room, and I think me and Elba love to say this thing like, we just made magic. It wasn't there before.
Yes.
And after we did it, we did it. We made something. We created something that was not there, and we made it, and so every time we create a different song or we get together, it feels like we're doing it. We're making progress. We're moving our own personal meter. That's it. It feels that way every time we create something. Never like we've arrived though.
No,
never like we've arrived.
Like you said, like when we bring life to a melody in any kind of way, somebody's random thought now has accompaniment. You know what I mean? That's always a good vibe. And then it's like, oh, it's not finished. We got to do this. Gotta do something else. But if it just had this. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, you see it as a stepping stone in a very long journey.
Yes, everything.
Cool new adventure.
Yeah.
Cool new adventure. Oh, amazing. Is there anything else you guys want to share about just sort of like how the thing came together? It seemed kind of synergistic and magical to me.
It was so magical. We cried so many times. Everybody cried so much. What's going on? And if anybody can notice, the audio's off.
Audio is off.
Can you hear me?
I hear you.
Okay, cool. I don't know why I did that. We cried so many times, and nothing was going on. You could obviously see us hugging each other, so we weren't on no mandate lockdown. Everybody Oh, Sonny Patterson. It was amazing to get. It was amazing to get Sonny. The people that shocked me into the yes, honestly, was the PJ Martins and the was David Shaw and Sonny Patterson. You know, the people that have just as busy schedules as we do, and when you get hold of them, it's just like what?
We have it.
Awesome.
Those people is just it's like that's Sonny Patterson. You know, it feels like that.
And I think
so yeah.
To do the joint.
He came straight from the airport from out of town on vacation, and he was like, "Hell yeah, Tank, I'm doing this. I think this is important. I think this is special. I'm coming that night." He came straight there. That's why all you hear is "What the world needs now is love,
and
sweet love." You can't see his face because by the time he got there, the camera crew was gone. But
oh my
yeah, he was.
It was that late.
Yeah, it was that late.
It might have been 10 o'clock.
Dude.
So Jackson, are we ready to roll this video?
Ooh, the video.
I think we should do this one just because we just finished setting it up. Okay, Tank, you want to set it up? What are we watching?
We're watching Tank and the Bangas Dope Girl Magic.
Oh, no. We're watching
What the world needs now.
What the world needs
Right now. Because it's what the world needs right now.
No,
okay, let's do Dope Girl.
We were just talking about what the world needs now.
I thought we was doing more than one video. I'm sorry. Well, you what you do?
We can do as many videos as you want to.
We're going to do exactly what the world needs. And what the world needs now is love, sweet love.
Okay.
So you put spin.
All right. Okay.
Come on, DJ, y'all.
Everyone. No, not just for some. Sing it. No, not just for some.
No, not just for some.
But for everyone.
But for everyone.
Yes, it's perfect. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. It's the only thing that there's just too little of.
What the world needs now is love, sweet love. No, not just for some, but for everyone. Lord, we don't need another mountain.
There are mountains and hillsides enough to climb.
There are oceans and rivers enough to cross, enough to last till the end of time.
The world needs now is love, sweet love.
It's the only thing that there's just too little of. For some, but for everyone.
Lord, we don't need another meadow. There are cornfields and wheat fields enough to grow.
There are sunbeams and moonbeams enough to shine. Oh, listen, Lord, if you want to know.
Only thing that there's just too
just for some, but for everyone.
The world got too many beautiful voices, willing to make harmony of all the confusion. They are far louder than all the bombs and bullets and way too powerful to be muted. There are too many perfect pixels to be seen beyond the screen to be hiding behind computers. Too many beautiful seeds forced into the dirt too soon. What happened to all the late bloomers? Too many rumors of war, but not enough whispering peace. Courageous hearts, brave eyes that see beyond the veil into parts that make us perfect and flawed and holy. And heaven is somewhere on earth embracing every prayer and piecing petitions. We are a string of love notes singing in harmony, on key, in a voice that may shake, but my God, isn't that what it's like when love creates? Well, there's always a tremble, always motion, even in our stillness. We are going forward. We are moving higher. We are growing bigger. This is where imagination and intuition are guiding forces, and where we are free to be love, in love, and loving.
What the world needs now is love, sweet love. It's the only thing that there's just so little of.
What the world needs now is love, sweet love. No, not just for some, but for everyone.
She remembered. It's so cute.
Pause. No, not just for some, but for everyone. But she kept going, no, not just for some, but for everyone. Like she kept making it together, but that's how she heard her pose.
Michael was trying to teach her.
Oh, Michael was trying to teach a med class. The press.
Hey Jackson, I've been getting messages that says video volume is off on your line.
First of all, breathe. And one, two. Oh my God. Young professor.
He was like, no.
Got it.
No, listen, it's 1, 2, 3.
No, you have to understand.
It's in quarter.
So guys,
I like video.
So, we're back.
We're back.
So I think. So Jackson, do we have audio back on Facebook? Okay. Right. Okay. Yes. So yeah, just for the audience that's watching on Facebook. So we were broadcasting the video on BassyBobPresentsLive.com, and any other videos by Tank that we play in the show today will show on the website, but will not show on Facebook for copyright reasons, which we tried to overcome with the label, and we were unsuccessful. So
we don't want to Facebook. Y'all tripping.
For sure. So I thought for the second half, you guys could opine a little bit on this extraordinary awakening that's happening in the world. I just saw a picture today of 15,000 people standing in front of the Brooklyn Museum for Q rights. And what I am noticing about this particular moment in time is that there's room for everyone. You know, there's room to talk about the history of Black people in America, and there's room to talk about discrimination against gay and lesbian and trans people and Black trans people. And it all needs to be addressed, in my opinion. But I'm going to turn it over to you guys because, you know, I think probably you have had your own experiences with the police. I think that you probably had your own experiences with different kinds of discrimination, and maybe you could just do how that influences your artistry. And you know, you guys are leaders. You guys are cultural leaders in this movement. And what this means to you, that this is actually all happening now, you know, sort of in conjunction with this song being released.
It's and we were yanked off tour because of the virus. And then, you know, we had just had the type of year where we were Grammy nominated. We went to Japan. We went to Cuba. We went, you know, we had a crazy beginning of the year. Only we had the type of year that the beginning of the year that people do a whole year experiencing. And it only was our January until March. So for this to be a part of that, it's insane. And then right when they opened up the city, and then you start seeing nothing but these videos of what police have always been doing, but just before, and everybody dying with, to me, seeming like a demonic spirit inside of somebody waiting for their life to be released for them and would not let up. You just honestly, you so much healing for your world, or you want to literally, if they go on a Venus next month, I mean, there are gonna be a lot of people that's leaving Earth. It's so much going on, but it's the most time to be an artist, to take a stand in something, and everybody be talking about, oh, you not woke, or she woke, or he not woke. To me, waking up is a process that the entire world is doing right now. Even Black people waking up from being asleep, waking up from certain gender norms, waking up from certain ideals, waking up from things that we feel like is actually normal, waking up from us actually believing that we are completely free. We are waking up.
You're redefining, because free, according to the Constitution, was not fair for.
And never really intended for my kind of people, you know. When you did right now, you're just looking up your history even more so, and honestly, it's very painful. It's very hurtful, and it's a very emotional time for us. But you're just so, even though I feel so hopeless and so helpless at times, I do know how powerful it is to be, and to actually have a platform where people are literally listening to you. There's so many people that feel like they're not listened to.
You know, I've been working in Black music 35 years, and I've probably worked with over 1,000 Black artists, and I don't think anybody ever brought it up in the studio, what's really going on in society. I mean, maybe it's just because we were busy working on a record and everybody was laser focused on the music, but I feel like I've learned so much. You know, I've been so overwhelmed by the stories that I've heard. You know, I just think most white people have no idea, really, what that experience is like. And I think that all white people need to be told what it has been like and what needs to change in order for us to truly have a unified experience as humans.
I'm so ready for the human experience on so many of the mass incarceration, you know, of the poverty. I'm so ready for the wages. You know, I'm just so ready for us to truly have a new revolution.
If people would only seek to understand, you know, a lot of people, you know, even black and white, we put fear in the forefront, or, you know, we get our predispositions, which I believe racism is really based on, you know, and we kind of run with them. But if we seek to understand the next individual, regardless of, you know, gender preference, color, or whatever, I think that's where the real growth can happen. Otherwise, we'll keep, you know, rejecting what we don't understand, which is really stupidity. You know, I think racism is just stupid people.
It's
that
stupidity illusion.
Hung up on colors, you know what I mean, versus intellect. You know, they in a lost place, and I pray for them.
Joshua?
Yeah. I mean, my thing. It's really hard because, all right, so we was in the store today. We had just saw the situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they just charged that guy. I mean, to me, it's like it's
got charged for Rashad.
11 charges. Yep.
Yeah. Yes.
Good.
I mean, it's
He better get
there.
He better get
It's time to make some things
To
in
me,
the
it's
room.
there. A lot of things still need to be changed. A lot of things need to be answered and dealt with. But like, you know.
I think a lot of people don't realize the true systematic oppression. I mean, not just, oh, you're white, you have more than me because your family built off the backs of slavery. I mean, not just that. I mean, I'm talking about the Jim Crow and the Brown versus, you know, I'm talking about the way that the jails were set up for small crimes fulling and putting them in jail for years, and to literally, you know, put that little creep up in the 13th Amendment to make sure that you think you're free, but the moment you commit a crime, and it could be the smallest of crime, I'm going to lay you right back up in jail, lost all your freedom. And then for it to be mostly for America to, you know, not even have all the world's biggest population, but have the biggest populations of jails, and who's up in that thing? You know, like from the homes, from the literally, I don't want you to learn how to read. I am literally making sure that you do not excel.
Planned Parenthood was created for the black community to not grow. Have a price melanin today. This year, I look, melanin was up about $515 per gram. Gold is only $53 a gram. 2 years ago, melanin was about $324 a gram, up and down. Last year or something. So you see where it's going. So I'm looking at the police situation. Obviously, they get quotas, which I think is super ill, super wrong. Gotta be getting a cutoff or something, because organ stealing is taking way too long. And now you're putting a price on melanin. You're not getting it from a living. When you look at the experiments from 1892, 1920, when they were doing this stuff, it's sick. You know,
It's sick.
It's sick. It's very sick. It's a real thing. And it's wrong.
They had a slave owner that would only buy young female slaves so that he could operate on their vaginas.
Sick.
You know, like this is some sick stuff, and it got to be dealt with at the root and mentally for you to ever think that you're better than any other breathing living person, and that you could literally use them for years and them not to feel no way once they do become emancipated. It's honestly insane. It really is. So America and the whole world really need to I mean, like literally genetically at the root, literally like just open this thing up and really fix it. And I believe with change and putting this into people's mind and true compassion and empathy, it could actually happen. Because people like, damn, no. It's just like somebody told me the other day, a white man just looked at me and said, I'm sorry.
Yo, it's that self-reflection.
Don't tell me that you're sorry. Just do your thing. You didn't do anything to me. Literally be a better person. Educate yourself. Make sure you're helping out your other brothers and sisters.
Educate your racist friend.
Yeah, so don't tell me that you're sorry. Make a change within your life.
You know what? You know what? I hear you, sis, and I can't even disagree with that, because I mean, I hear and I'm like, oh, you stand, or at least you're trying to.
Oh, it's done after that. They call that's why. We don't gotta do that. You don't have to do the sorry.
Right. That's right. Let's just move forward. Right.
Did you hurt me purposely? What are you sorry for?
Our country and others, like self-reflection is a real thing that just gotta happen. We front for the world. And I done been around the world, and these people are way
I'm like,
smarter
so when
than
did
us.
the sun start?
I think the sun is like creeping into the world.
I'm like, dang, that's a bright
The
sun.
sunlight is coming, Tank.
Here
There you
comes
go.
the sun. You don't even gotta do that, Jay. Now you made it super dark. You can make it brighter like it was. We just moved in. It's better. I'm like, dang, that's a lot of. You know what that meant? That meant that God shined the truth.
Has shined on
The sun is rising for everyone. That's what it means.
The sun is rising. Yeah.
This is amazing stuff. Amazing stuff, guys. It's really incredible. I mean, we, genetically, we all came from the same 6,000 people at the Horn of Africa. We all started together. And at some point, we separated. And I think it feels like we're coming back together as a global community. I'm very encouraged. In the 60s, it was mostly Black people marching. Now you see Asian people, white people, Latinx people, gay people, trans. I think that that's incredible that this is actually happening. And it doesn't mean that things have not been fought for hundreds of years. But I think that you have to see a change in the people. It's not just about government. Brown versus abortion was 1954. It was almost 80 years ago. We still have discrimination in schools.
Right. It's crazy. Especially in the South. Yeah. It's a whole different life here in the South. You know what I'm saying? We really do. Because even when I went to live up north after Katrina, it just was different for me. It was so different. It was a culture shock for me to even see interracial relationships. I couldn't believe it. It was something. My education where I was from was shorted because when I got there, they were teaching so many different languages and it was so multicultural. It was like, oh my God, I've been shorted. Imagine how people feel or don't even realize that they've been shorted on not only in education, but on information and on a whole different life experience. On an experience of feeling equal, of love, of having a friend like Albert. Some people don't have those type of relationships at all.
Sure.
It must have been an amazing experience, Albert, for you to come up in this band.
Yeah. These are amazing humans.
That's right.
How'd you come up in this band, Al?
Well,
here we go.
I saw a flyer. I saw a flyer for Norwich.
Not my church. I'm not a pastor, and I won't be.
Oh my God! I didn't even.
They needed whatever they could get in terms of instrumentalists. I went up there and I played, and Norm was a little bit late to rehearsal that day. He didn't quite see my audition, but I made the band. He did not see my audition. And then they were like, "Oh, like you can play, yeah, we can stay." And then I hung around. I bring the flute one day. Norm's like, "Oh, we need to play a flute part." He brings me in a rehearsal, and then after our first gig, I put my arm around Tavia and I said, "Take me with you."
Tavia's our manager.
And she took me with her.
Oh my God.
I was like, man, this is the coolest thing ever. And you hit the nail on the head when you said that people don't know. Because we don't. How could you? How could you? It's like,
well, the information has been kept from us actually. Systematically.
Yeah, schools. I think so. I grew up in Alabama and I went to a great public school, but like I feel like we should have spent way more time on civil rights. I feel like we spent more time on like the Cold War than civil rights. I'm like, not that everything's not relevant, but also like we should know the damage that our country has done to people that we call friends and people we say we love, especially in like, I went to like a very diverse high school. It's know, you think about people that you commune with every day and that you have love for and that are friends, and you don't know the damn. Run by billionaires and just straight up evil. Like we need to buy from our friends and people we say we love, because it's fucked up, but a big the American system is that the expression of love and importance is through dollars. And I don't see that like changing soon. It could change. We could be on the edge of the universal blossoming and evolution of consciousness.
Just a little bit though.
But if we aren't like all the way, then we need to like play by these rules and spend our money where it counts.
It's got to be intentional. You're right, bro. Straight up.
Honestly, is the perfect time in a hyper freaking nation. They have been locked away, and with lots of time to think it right now. This is about the starting over. This is about the starting over to me. You know, we could look at it all kinds of ways. You know, I've been looking at it like it's a depression for the last couple of months. I'm like, America's in a depression. Doesn't anybody see it?
And I've been looking at it like
there's opportunity.
You've had a chance to do something that you haven't had a chance to do in months. You haven't had a moment to see your kids and say hey to your kids and really figure out how they doing with life for a moment. And now you have this moment and you haven't even thought about it that way. You think about all the negative.
And America is having that moment because America literally now America looking at their freaking they're forced to look at their health system now. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Which has been messed up for since forever. They're noticing that when something bad happens in America, look who's the most affected. Why is it? We're made up of the same things inside. You know what I'm saying? They're looking at since you're doing nothing but watching your phone, now you're not just scrolling past the death. Now you're really looking at it. Now we're talking about, because they started at one time they had so many shootings and whatever that you started being desensitized to it. But now you ain't got nothing to do but watch and talk about what you see and what's going on and how it's making you feel inside, especially constantly showing it in the media.
And we'll give you a platform to do so. So
I would hope that this is a true awakening for our world. I would love to see different. Everybody can't wait for things to go back to normal. Mm-hmm. But what is our normal? And has
what
it
is normal? Right.
Has our normal been right?
Has it truly been that? People cooking, they gardening, they running in the town with their children. What was my old normal when I was a child is now the new normal.
People are trying to go to the fast food place and the line is around the corner.
Bruh.
They felt like was normal.
Dude.
You don't like to cook?
How many Popeyes lines have you had to ride around in the street, bro? It's crazy. You're right, bro.
So the new normal will hopefully, honestly, I don't know. It's just I want things to be different, but in a good way. I really do.
Living off the land, corporations not getting as much of my money.
A positive change. That's it.
It's all the COVID pandemic kind of a great equalizer.
Ooh,
in the sense that we had this moment in time where everyone was locked down, nobody had a human contact, and then suddenly everyone was unemployed, and all of these things were happening in quick succession, really horrifying things. And there was nothing keeping people from going into the streets, because usually everybody's busy with their job, because that's what America.
Mm-hmm.
So it was perfect in a way. I mean, it's not. We're not happy, that so many people have passed in America because of complete inaction on part of the government. But there's outrage about the way the government has handled this health crisis, and now there's even more outrage about the way the government and generally unawakened people have behaved towards people of color forever. I just feel like we need to keep the pressure on for a long, long time.
You're right about it. It was so crazy because when I was scrolling last week, It's hurt me so much inside. Everything I saw, you know, and then the next week it lessened, and I was like, okay, I feel a little bit better because it's not too much trauma. But at the same time, I don't want it to stop. I don't want us to. It's not important anymore. Time for whatever, you know.
And to me, is a sad thing that we have to keep pressure on. You know, like it's something that we have to do.
Karen should be natural. You're right.
Yeah, it should. I heard this last. Kirk Franklin was talking, and he said that we should be at a place like even with our song. I love the song. The fact that the lyrics are still saying the same thing we've been saying for decades, man, is hurtful. That we still asking people to listen to the same, like we crying out the same thing we've been asking for, and we trying to find a new way to say it every time.
Yeah.
And we should be saying something different at this point. You know what I mean? It should be something totally different.
What's it gonna take?
Like if we have actually gotten past this, imagine if we got past this. What do we have to talk about? We have anything.
We could probably really attack global warming.
Like really think about the problems we could solve. Yeah. If you actually solve one of the easiest ones,
is to love.
Tank. What is Black Girl Magic?
Black Girl Magic.
What's Black Girl Magic? What? It's just so obvious. Oh my God. It's when you see another sister and you look at her and you smile. It's about the fact that my hair grew up and go down. It's about the fact it's how my skin absorbs the sun. It's about oh my goodness, just something to experience. I mean, when Black women get in a room together and it's good energy, it ain't nothing like it. It ain't nothing like it. It really is special. And I wish that people like me could be a woman for a day.
I just thought about the fact that my hair grows towards the sun. My skin absorbs the sun. You know, do I have it?
Actually, you don't.
Hey, that's all I got.
You ain't got it. You don't got it. It's really special though. I feel it with my kids all the time. It's conversations with our eyes that we just understand. You know what I'm saying? It's so special. It really is.
Is it working?
Beautiful. Or maybe you gotta have the lashes.
The lash is not working.
You don't have the lashes.
I just asked y'all what you're talking about.
We're trying to communicate with our eyes.
I feel so sorry for these men because they will never know what it's like to be a Black woman.
And she'll never understand being a Black woman. I promise.
What? And I'm not the one trying. Y'all the one bang y'all lashes trying to understand our secret.
They don't be banging their lashes. We're trying to get the eye language. I like to wink. Hey, girl.
Oh my God. Okay, I think we're ready for Black Girl Magic. Let's roll.
That's what the world needs next.
Oh, we got to call it Dope Girl Magic. Dope Girl Magic.
Dope Girl Magic.
Why? This is no fun. This is too easy. Easy for me. Easy. Easy for me. Easy. Easy for me. This is too easy for me. My God different. My watch different. I watch different. I style. Then I'm rolling them dudes on them. Pull up, you rack up, I open up shops so I can buy the lot. Easy, I'm chewing, I'm eating numbers of December, then I'm on. To the mall, dropping daggers cause my balls. I get so low with a stall. Figure me out. You should have figured me out. Got the hit, but we fall out. I'm out. Hanging chandeliers from the motherfucking ceiling. I ain't got no ceilings, right? No doors on the building. Show me it's rented. The spaceship is in at the top. It's ducked off with the beat on. Bumping this song, playing more on. Damn. My car different. My watch different. I watch different. I stuck different. I leveled up, leveled up, leveled up. I leveled up, level up, level up. I level up, level up, level up. This is no fun. This is no fun. Easy, easy for me. Easy, easy for me. Easy, easy for me. This is too easy for me. My God different. My walk different. How walk different. I still green card, green card, green card, green card, green card, green card, green, green. Watch me about the light. 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 Skirt off in the Jaguar. Drive off my mask on. Doing donuts like a fat boy in the car ran like a tampon. We cap top off. Wayne Brady dance off. Michael Jackson clam up. Hit the case lean. Make a prank call with a Samsung. All of living day to the limit. Just right way big expensive. And my ass is authentic. And my Reeboks are vintage. My feet up. I'm 17 in a sippy cup. I'm too high to get wet. Too high for clothes out. I got pants to the nose to the red back and a blue sock with some flip flops and a yak me and a headscarf. Acting real stank, looking real man down greens, eating red beans at a truck stop. This is a nice spot, this is the last stop. Couldn't stop now, before I can't stop, but it won't stop. It's the bone like a laptop. On the new socks, I wanna be dinner. My car different, my watch different. I watch different, I smell different. I love it up, love it up, love it up. I love it up, love it up, love it up. I love it up, love it up, love it up. Easy for me. Easy, easy for me. Easy, easy for me. This is too easy for me. My car different, my watch different. I watch different. I done. Man, look, it's like my car different, like my watch different, like I'm different, like my house, like my weed, it's the way I speak, like all this shit. And I leveled up.
Where was this?
Red Rocks.
The fuck? Oh, the mix is killer.
Crazy. Future is coming, my friend.
This is incredible.
I think if there's a way that people from all around the world can immerse themselves through the wonder of technology and share and perhaps a live experience, that's pretty incredible.
This is the coolest I've ever seen in my fucking life. Like JB's right here.
Like on the stage.
I think it would be super cool to be able to objectively see a concert from the best seat of the house.
And it's all the way around. Wow.
Oh, turn it up. How do you turn it up?
Hi, greetings from New Orleans. My name is Bob Brockman. I'm known in the industry as Bassy Bob. I have mixed and produced many seminal recordings over the course of my career by such artists as Notorious B.I.G., Babyface, Mary J. Blige, Jay-Z, Kanye, Christina Aguilera, Herbie Hancock, Bob Dylan, and many more. I was nominated for 3 Best Engineering Grammy Awards. I won 2 for Christina Aguilera and Kirk Franklin, and I have an Oscar nomination for my work with Faith Hill on Pearl Harbor. So we are launching Based.io. We are looking to change the music industry. Based.io allows artists to negotiate rate cards, terms for use based on territory, time period, and length without the need for third parties. With smart contracts and simple user interface, Based.io lets you know where your music lives and when it's being sampled in real time.
Say goodbye to the takedown notices and hello to more money in the pockets of artists, music producers, and music supervisors. It is also the first technology that allows artists to audit services like Apple Music and Spotify to know how many plays, repeats, and shares you have because everything is linked to the blockchain. Q&A segment. We have a couple questions for some people. Can I ask you a question, Tank?
Okay.
This is from Stan. He says, for Tank, thank you for being such a profound voice. How can we support that voice? Thank you for being, how can we support that voice? How can we support and affirm and lift up Black women, parentheses, and not talk over Black women?
That's so nice. First of all, my Cash App is Tarriona. Okay, got the Cash App sign in front of it, Tarriona Ball. After that, I think you could just listen to people. Even me being in this group of guys, you know, it's not always easy. There have moments where I feel unheard, you know, and I would, you know, I always have to take somebody to the side, or somebody has to take me to the side. You know, I think that's probably a reason I'll probably be so short and big, because I really will feel unheard a lot of the times. So I think that the key word is honestly listening to each other, because I know in my lifetime I've done a lot of just responding, you know, or talking to somebody just to respond. So just listen, really not just hearing them, but truly listening and thinking in your head, I'm not about to try to get them back or just respond in a haughty manner. Just I'm looking for a true conversation, and that can be hard to have sometimes.
Amazing. Okay, so we have a question from Meseret, who has been involved in a lot of the pre-production for the show with the DJ sets. She's a promoter in Asheville, and she says, "Have you guys ever been to Asheville, North Carolina?"
Yes. I've been to the Moog store like twice and trying to get.
We did a lot of tours in North Carolina.
Trying to get a couple mini moves.
Went to North Carolina.
Yeah,
at some point. Lots of love.
What, the Gray Eagle, the Orange Field, I think they're in Asheville.
Wow.
That was the first time I seen CBD Buds. Asheville.
So, what do y'all think about drive-in concerts?
I think that'll be cool, especially since the projection back is next year, like late 2021. So to back into I think it's so kind of old and cool. It's like drive-up movies, you know? Movies. It's kind of cool, man. Like, I would love to be a part of one of those things, either first time or reoccurring situations.
As long would you guys like to do a drive-in concert across the world on that big plot of land for like 500 cars?
Oh, that would be awesome.
Wow. As long as the horns
But
that's what we're looking at.
What about bathrooms? That's my only thing. I'm like, do I gotta drive to the porta potty?
We'll figure it out.
Like, you know, do I gotta get out my car?
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah.
That's what everybody be up in lines these days, just stand their little 6 feet apart. You can still stand.
Yeah, I had this dude in Ideal Market try to he mask on, and I'm like, you know, 4.5 feet behind him. This so he said 6 feet. I'm like, man, you ain't got no mask on. Chill out. Mask, bro.
We was getting.
And then the lady in front of him moved up. I said, come on, 6 feet. 6 feet.
We had a kid tweet my sister and her boyfriend the other day, and then the kid got like, oh my god, they get some French surprised. He went 6 feet, man.
Yo, not to interrupt you, Norm, but I just got another message from Meseret. She's like up for the Moog store.
Yo!
If you hear him.
What's
I'm
happening?
gonna make that connection. Okay, so there are a lot of questions. Do you have a special feeling for Andre 3000 Tank? And have you heard anything back about that? Have you heard anything back about that song? Has there been any feedback?
I'm probably gonna hear back about it, like literally when I'm like, 95 years old or something.
No, he called and he said, "Sorry, Miss Jackson, this shit always happens."
Honestly, I'm looking back I never was looking back for him to ever say anything or respond to it. But if he does, I'm gonna be surprised. I'm down in the atmosphere that Andre will call me up on the phone one day. I'm gonna put it out there.
Could you imagine being 7 stepmama though? You 7 stepmom. Imagine that.
Oh my Lord, you crazy? Now, I ain't trying to be married.
You said it. You said it. I heard
it's just hilarious. It's hilarious.
So Tank, do you have a favorite notebook or a favorite pen that you do your creating? And I remember you had a notebook when we were out in California that you were reading out of.
I used to have a lot of them, but now it just feels so inconvenient to travel around with the notebook that I really put up in right here. The old way was great. It really was. This way, just right now, is just more convenient for me.
She loses this thing so much.
I have not lost a phone in a long time.
Woo! Because you've been in the house. I mean, it's in the living room.
God.
It's in the bathroom.
Was it Corona kept your phone from?
Oh my God, I have gotten better. Y'all are insane.
I'm joking.
So,
Josh had my phone for a year. Did you know that? It ain't just me.
That's because he left it somewhere, I'm sure.
Yeah, but you gotta give it back. You gotta give it back, Norm. I feel so unheard.
It was given back. It was a gift.
There you go. Here's your phone.
So there's a question from Mike that said you guys straight up crushed it twice at Jam Cruise. How do you guys like Jam Cruise?
Jam Cruise was the shit.
Attention, cruisers.
Hey, cruisers.
Yo,
Ghost will be playing their 13th set of the cruise tonight to make up for
Hey, cruisers. Look. We know that we got rained out. We will be doing another set shortly at 4 a.m. in the jazz room.
And if you want to see all of them, you can.
And if you want a pre-ticket for next year's jam, sign up is now.
Did you know that Tarriona was happening?
It was a lot. It was great though. It really was. I loved my room and I loved my view of the water a lot.
I wonder how cruise will be next year.
And just the fact that you could just wake up at acknowledging you and kind to you in the hallways or in the elevator, and that the music, of course, is constantly playing. You get to be around a lot of amazing musicians. So
you get to eat anytime you feel like.
Well, the food was okay.
But it was edible though.
The food was cool.
It was edible, and they catered to little vegans.
It was being able to wake up at any time and go hear some music, man. Go anywhere.
They should pick better islands, like that one little quote unquote Bahamas stop we made. That was buffooning. They made up an island. It was like, there's a patch of sand. You put a store on it, comes.
The cruise company owned the island. It was hilarious.
Bruh.
It was the boat with sand.
And
so funny.
And we're thinking, man, I'm about to die in Bahamas. Man.
I looked at that. I was like, oh, so the real island on the other side of the boat. I'm just looking at the little mini.
Man, they had a guy up front playing Old Town Road on the steel pan. It was sad, man.
That made me think of the first time I met Billy Ray Cyrus, and he invited me to be his date.
Spotify.
At which party that was?
That was at the Spotify party.
No, that was at the
Roots party. To go to Clive Davis' big party.
Oh my goodness. Amazing. Incredible. So listen, guys, we're getting close to wrapping up. You all want to say any shout outs to any special people? I'd like to shout out Todd.
Shout out everybody that was a part of what the world needs now.
Facts.
I want to shout out Berkeley the artists, and Maggie and David and Jelly and Tracy
and Ricio
and Raheem and my niece Harmony and Joshua's nephew and
Layla.
And
Shout out Daniel Abraham.
Alfred Banks, he was there. Daniel Abraham for playing. Etienne Stoufflet, PJ Martin, Sasha Mashkakovsky. Jesus
Sasha
Mashkakovsky. We Alex and the Samurai. Alex and the Samurai. So we love everybody. And Josh Kegler, we love everybody. So great.
Shout out to Shay still rocking with us too, man, for real.
Listen, I want to thank you guys so much for taking a chance on the show. Thank you so much.
Bob Bassy mixed it, y'all. I don't know if y'all knew that. He's sitting there with the blue glasses like it's all good, but they supposed to be shades because he did a damn good job. Mixed and matched. That's correct.
The master mix.
So, you know, I've been going to a lot of protests, and I think in New York and in a lot of other places, you know, after people march for 30 minutes, they sit down and they put their fist in the air and they show solidarity for 8 minutes and 46 seconds. And I hope that everybody sticks with us. We are going to show a black screen for 8 minutes and 46 seconds. Thank you guys so much for sharing. And for participating. I love you guys so much.
Love you too, man.
Wow.